It's your girl, Mickey Truth, aka Mickey Facts. And I'm back with another live, of course, man. Y'all already know this live. We are definitely getting into what we do over here on the Truth Team, the Mickey Truth 2022 platform, man. We are getting into the paperwork. Yes, the paperwork. For those who have been rocking out with me for a minute, y'all know at one point I started reviewing the Lotto Desto murder case right after I got into the takeoff case. However, at the time it wasn't a lot of information out. Only one suspect was arrested. We talked about it briefly, and then it kind of, you know, nothing else was released. But we're gonna get into all that. It's first and foremost though. Let's definitely. What's up, L? Let's definitely send condolences out to Skull. For those who don't know, Lotta Cat's Desto was like, a niece at one point to him. He watched her grow up due to, his friendship with her dad. And I just, like I said, he definitely knew her. And I just want to say, I know this is like tough having to deal with it. It's coming back up. So I just want to start off by saying that. But we're going to get into everything, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and start off the intro. And then we're going to get into it.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Hookah Anonymous, and you are now rocking with Mickey Truth. She live up to her name, not the fame. So make sure y'all subscribe to her channel and stay updated on what's real. Bye.
Coming from where I come from, they doubted me, but I came up. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world. Coming from where I come from, they doubted me, but I came up. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world.
Good reporting ass Mickey.
We love you, Mickey.
So, yes, y'all, like the title says, man, we are getting into the Lotta Desto murder case update. Was it a murder plot? For those who don't know, this case here, it's gonna be a lot that's gonna go on. I'm pretty sure of it. In regards to this case. But it wouldn't be me if we don't start from the beginning and work our way to where we are. Shockingly, I'm not even gonna sit here and tell y'all no story. I really thought the clickbait people was gonna run with it, but it's been quiet from what I can see. However, nevertheless, to each his own. I'm just gonna break it down the same way we break down any other case over here on Mickey Truth. Now, yes, I do have paperwork to go with this case. Yes, we're going to break it down for everybody that maybe this is your first case or first paperwork live. I do not show all the paperwork because of the sensitive information that some of it has, including names of witnesses. Now, y'all know I'm not a conspiracy theorist. However, we're going to talk about some things tonight that may lead you to think that. Again, as my disclaimer said, all information on this live is for entertainment and educational purposes only. All information used in this video is per the Fair Use Act, and any conclusions that you draw is on you, not me. Now, I'm not going to draw any lines that the paperwork does not show, but I'm going to be honest. As we talk about it, a couple things going to come to mind, especially once I actually get into the paperwork, where some of the connection will lead you to another case, unfortunately. But for those of us that have been watching or following this case, you already know what I mean. But again, we're going to get to that point. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to play, hold on, how long we been going? I got to wait a few more minutes and then we'll get into it. But, I'm just going to go ahead and kick started because, hold on. Rest in peace, a lot of cats, Desto. Like, y'all already know, getting the details of a case in paperwork form hit differently. Even if, you know, you heard it or, saw other people talk about it. But we're going to get into this clip and then we're going to move on. So do it not have audio? Okay, so this is actual footage, raw video from the crime scene where Lotta Cash Desto was murdered. I thought it was actual like clipping from the news, but this is live footage from the crime scene. And this is on the khou.com, which is the local news down in Houston. Live footage from when this happened. And for those who don't know, this happened in 2022. I'm about to get the actual date. I want to say it was like September. Um, and for those who've been kind of on YouTube since, it was around the time, well, not around the time. If you remember, 2022 was definitely one of those years in Houston. Starting off with Snooty Wild in February, that was killed in Houston. Then down to, I believe it was Lotto Desto, or was it Duke the Jeweler? No, it was Lotto. Shoot, y'all, I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember. I think it was Lotto Desto was murdered, then Duke the Jeweler, or it may be the other way around. However, both of them was murdered in Houston, and then we had Takeoff in November. So all of these cases happened in Houston. What's up, Scam Lightly? So I'm going to read the article, and then we'll get into a couple other things. Give me 1 second, y'all. I was trying to get her picture pulled up so that I can have it on the screen while I'm reading it. So give me 1 second. If you are new to the channel, like I said, it's different than some other channels that do paperwork. We go through it, we talk about it. You know what I'm saying? It's extensive. So just sit back, chill out. Y'all ask me questions. We stop. We make sure, because like I told everybody on my Instagram, this case is going to definitely be a lot of clickbait. And when I tie in another big case that's going to be part of the clickbait, you're going to understand why if you don't already know. So, all right, this is from my Instagram page. So before I start reading it, as y'all can see, I put out there, second suspect arrested in Lotto Desto murder case. More arrests are expected, according to HPD. Police refer to the murder as well coordinated. Live tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. Then I put a disclaimer. Truth team, be aware of the clickbait with this case. It's a lot of details, and unfortunately, I cannot break them down before it hits social media platforms. But just brace yourself for a repeat of previous cases like Takeoff and Young Dolph. Just know I will do what I do like normal. And this is why. But like I said, I don't believe anybody really, like, I saw a lot of videos where they just mention the second suspect and that. So I really don't know if, anybody really took the time yet to look paperwork up. But nevertheless, here we are. So let me read. And this was from September 27th, 2022, same article we just saw the video. It says a man is charged in connection with weekend shootings of two women near the Galleria area. They still looking for a second gunman. The woman died. The woman who died at the scene has been identified as Destiny Govin, 25. The 20-year-old passenger was wounded, but she survived and was taken to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, according to Houston Police Department. The victims were shot multiple times while stopped at the intersection of Richmond Avenue and Chimney Rock. Police say two guys got out of a dark-colored vehicle in front of them and opened fire. A man found nearby with a gunshot wound was later linked to the double shooting and charged with murder, HPD said. Christian Isaiah Williams, 24, remains in the hospital and will go straight to jail when he's released. The second suspect got away, and police are still looking for him. Homicide detectives weren't sure what motivated the shooting. Now, I think I found the extra video. Okay, hold on. Because I got a lot of reading to do, so hold on, y'all. I think this is a video. So if I can get them to read it now, so I can read it later, cool. So I think this is the actual news broadcast.
Back in Houston now to breaking news overnight where two women and a man were shot, and police are trying to figure out if this was road rage, robbery, or something else completely. Here's a live look from the scene. Now, they just towed the car away minutes ago, and the scene is clearing now after several hours. This happened on Richmond Avenue near Chimney Rock at about 2:40 this morning. Police say the car the two women were in had been shot up multiple times. One woman died and the other was taken to the hospital. A nearby man was also hit. He was taken to the hospital too. Right now, no motive or suspect. If you can help, please call Houston Police.
All right. So let's get into the business. Now, for those who don't know, Lotto Desto is originally from Memphis. If that's going go ahead and set the tone for where this is headed. She was signed to Lil Uzi Vert, and I have audio actually of her funeral where Lil Uzi Vert actually spoke. This is a YouTube video from Dana SSG. The link is in the description. Make sure y'all go subscribe to her channel. And definitely put in the comments that you part of the Truth Team. That's how you found the page. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that one, and then we'll get into the rest of it.
I ain't gonna lie, like this don't even feel real to me. I'm just gonna be real. Like Desto, Destiny always is on my hip everywhere I go.
The video is just low. It's not my volume.
When it's time for her to go home, I should be like, bro, when you coming back? She'll be like, Dad, bro, I ain't even leave yet. I'll be like, bro, I had gotten some trouble and they put me away, and I had to go to a program and all that. I had to go to a rehab program, all that. She called me every day, like every day, like every day, like even if she called to argue with me, she called me every day though, and that's what counted. Like every single day, like always called me, like or I always call her, and I stay up. I stay up real late. She go to sleep early. I should just call her all the time. Like I know you see me call me. She be like, bro, I'm asleep. Like I don't even know how I feel. Right? I honestly don't know how to feel. Like I got close, like with her over a short span of time, but like just her loyalty, like she showed me a different type of loyalty. Like she had real loyalty to me. Like she'd never let nobody get up on me. Like never. And that's why I always wanted her near me. I just knew we both had each other's best interests. anything she could do for me, she'll do it. And anything I could do for her, I'll do it. And everybody knew that. Like,
All right. So yes, that was Little Uzi Vert because, like I told y'all, she was signed to him. So we're going to get into the first suspect. The first suspect is the one that actually was shot the night of the murder. And according to the news article, it is believed that Lotto Desto was able to return fire. The paperwork may confirm or set that straight once we get into it. Christian Isaiah Williams has been booked since September 27th, 2022, and the sole count is murder. It looks like here the next court appearance is July 31st of this year, and he does have a bond of $150,000. However, he is currently detained. Now, if y'all recall on the video that we just listened to, it is said that only one suspect was still at large. This is where things are going to start, those wheels to turning and everything. Because according to paperwork, it is not just two suspects, it's a total of possibly 6 suspects. All suspects, according to documentation, are from Louisiana. And we'll get into the particulars based off the paperwork in a minute. Does anybody know who the father of Lotto Desto is already before I get into it? Y'all let me know in the chat. And for those who don't know, once we talk about it, you will understand why I put the disclaimer out to the truth team in regards to a lot of the clickbait. Okay. Well, I'm going to play audio. Well, I'm going to show the video, but I'm going to play audio. And yeah, it'll set the tone. So hold on one second and pull it up. Make it big. All right, here we go. Lotto Desto's dad is Hernandez Govan, who is one of the suspects in the Young Dolph case. What up, Matt Bush? So, y'all remember I've been telling y'all since the beginning of the live, it's going to be one of those cases that's going to be, man. All right, so Scam Light be like, yo, does it got something to do with it? We don't know, to be honest. And like I told y'all, I haven't even read the paperwork yet. I glanced at it last night, but I'm going to be reading it with y'all for the first time. So as of right now, no, it hasn't never been made official. Now, I'm looking for a video, or I think it was more so, I don't think it was a post or something. So hold on, let me see. Now, Hernandez Govan took to social media, I think in a post, it's been a minute since I even saw it. So he said he felt like he's to blame, like it was his karma that got his daughter killed. Now, I'm looking for it so that I can actually show it, but it's been some months, almost 6 months actually. See if I can find it real quick. So maybe the paperwork will tell us yay or nay. But it never was like officially said publicly anyway that it was connected. Now, if y'all recall when I did originally do chilling, when I originally did do the brief review of Lotto Desto case, I said it was strange that Williams, who was the only person named at the time, was from Louisiana. But that doesn't hold any weight. It was just odd to me. What it do, Loud Pack? So that was just my own, observation. I thought it was strange, but nevertheless. So I found the post, well, a screenshot of the post. So hold on. So it said, I think I curse you, Destiny, with my lifestyle. I apologize, baby. Crying face emoji and a broken heart. This was October 26th, 2022. Would that have been Facebook, maybe? Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna see. Maybe it's still on there. I'd rather pull it directly. So hold on. And y'all make sure y'all share the live. Tell a friend to pull up. We're getting into our paperwork party for the Lotto Cash Desto murder case. Again, we're just getting a review of the case for those who may not know about this case. But yeah, it was an interesting time in 2022. Okay, like I said, Duke the Jeweler, Snooty Wild, Lotto Cash Desto, then Take Off. I think maybe I found his page, possibly. Yo, Dolphins is not playing. All you see is Dolphins for sure. Trying to find that post that they're saying that they posted. All right, hold on, getting close. He posted a lot for sure. I'm almost there. Let's see. It's supposed to be the 26th. All right, it's an accurate post from Hernandez Govin. Just like I ain't gonna show it because boy, let me tell you, it's them comments and there's no way I can block it out. So because at the end of the day, we're talking about Lotto Cash Desto, who's a up and coming rapper. Unfortunately, her dad was tied into a bad situation. And as always, definitely long live Beyond Dolph. I think I found a relative page too. Okay, so hold on. Yeah, so her aunt, I'm assuming this is a woman. I'm not gonna show the page. It could be a man. I don't know. But they said what they said on their page, and they confirmed it. So, ooh, Jesus. All right, I'm gonna get up off of here. But let's get into it. All right. So, like I was telling y'all on the let me put that back up. It's a lot in this paperwork. Like I said, it's about 40 pages of documents. Of course, sometimes it'll be repeat pages. So we're going to go through it. I'll show what I can. I got it in the middle of the night last night. I pulled it up. Y'all know I hate doing all that redacting and stuff. I just rather show what I can and just, it's, again, public record. Anybody can go get it. The search warrants have been released. However, I'm assuming no one found them yet because nobody has done a live. Like the normal people, YouTubers that would have been on it haven't. So maybe they just haven't been able to find it yet because you already know. Houston definitely would give you access to search warrants, but it's tricky. You got to really have patience to comb through it to find what you're looking for. I've just done it so much, I kind of became good at it. So I can find it without a problem. But again, same system. Hold on, y'all. All right. Let's start with the complaint. Oh, that's not a complaint. What's up, Carolyn? Hey, welcome back. Just a recap. I'm pulling the paperwork now for the murder case of Desto, aka Destiny Govan. And you already know how we do. We're gonna get into it. All right. So first, let's start with the Christian Williams because he's the first suspect that got caught. He's the one that was shot allegedly by Desto before she died. So let me just cover up. I will say this, since I already showed Williams, you know what's crazy to me in Texas, and now I'm starting to Loud Pat talking about not to throw you off, but you threw me off. You talking about the ones in Detroit, Loud Pat? I'm glad you said it before I got into anything. If you talking about the ones in Detroit, I don't think it's never been really an update. It was, I think the last update was that it was no update. If that's the one you're talking about. Okay, so I guess I know those who've been rocking with me since Takeoff case, we've all to this day probably are wondering where are the attempted murder case charges, right? So now that it just dawned on me that on this case, it was another person in the car that survived, but so far, at least for this suspect, no attempted murder. So I don't know. That's kind of, I don't know. Maybe it's a different way they have to prove it, but let's get into it. So the first document here is the complaint, which I broke down to y'all before, but for my new Truth Team members, in Texas at least, the complaint is the original probable cause paperwork that they submit to get the arrest warrant. It is not the actual indictment. That comes later. But this is just what they need to secure the arrest. And y'all know I do not do verbatim, but it's on the screen and available for your pulling at your leisure. But I'm going to give you the gist of it. So it does here say that about September 24, 2022, that Christian Isaiah Williams did unlawfully, intentionally, and knowingly cause the death of Destiny Govan. It does say here that it's further presented in Harris County, Texas, that Christian Isaiah Williams, styled the defendant. Oh, it repeats itself. Okay. So basically, it repeats itself. And then it says that shooting the complainant with a deadly weapon, namely a firearm. So that's the first suspect. That's the light skin. So that's this guy. He's a small picture. And I did it that way because we had already talked about him over here on. This is a new one, but that's the original one who got shot and got arrested right after the shooting. So the next person or suspect is this guy here. And that's what we're about to get into. So, yes. So this guy, Christian Isaiah Williams is from Louisiana. They confirmed that. And the second suspect they just arrested, they confirmed that too. So let's pull up that paper. They do have the addresses and stuff here, so y'all don't show all that. And I'm just reading through because the next suspect has more info on his complaint. And I just have to look to make sure it's no. So with this, I'm going to show some, but then I'm going to switch the screen back because it got a lot of stuff on it. But again, y'all are free to pull it. It's just not my stilo to release that type of stuff. Shoot. Okay, no. Okay, got it. I think I can show it. All right, here we go. So this suspect's name is Jeremiah Smith, aka Pac Baby, who is being charged with a crime on or about September 24, 2022, with shooting Destiny Govin with a deadly weapon, namely a firearm. It does also say that it was intentional, knowingly, an act to take life, in so many words. Now, it's about to go into the probable cause of why they feel the suspect is indeed one of the shooters or part of the shooting of Destiny Govin. So I'm going to switch my screen again because, like I said, it's sensitive info. Somebody's going to put it out. It just won't be me. And like I said, if y'all new over here, then y'all get used to it. All right, so this is who we're talking about right here. All right. Now let's get into it. It says here, and again, I'm gonna give y'all a summary, but not verbatim. Y'all got any questions? Let me set my phone so I can be able to see. Feel free to ask. We like to make sure over here that we have clarity to what the paperwork say, so that, when the storylines start coming out, we at least know the foundation of what the paperwork says. Now, it said here that Houston police arrived on the scene. It said that they were dispatched to a shooting at 0239 hours and arrived at 0241 hours. So shoot, within 2 minutes? Said that once they arrived on the scene, they observed a gray Porsche with Tennessee license plate stopped in a far right lane of the westbound traffic. They approached the vehicle and observed the driver of the vehicle, later identified by her Tennessee driver's license as Destiny Govin, in the driver's seat of the vehicle with a gunshot wound to her head. They say a second occupant of the vehicle, later identified, was found near the vehicle with a gunshot wound to the leg. Okay. Then it says Christopher Williams was in a parking lot of a strip center and had sustained a gunshot wound to the abdomen. They transported the victims to Ben Tabb Hospital by Houston Fire Department. Govin was pronounced dead by a firefighter at 0254 hours. They located a cell phone with a Louisiana identification card for Williams in the middle lane of Richmond Avenue. He observed several fired pistol and rifle casings around the gray Porsche. They then continued to say they conduct the scene investigation. They saw that fired .223 casings were recovered from the street behind the gray Porsche, and that fired 9mm casings were recovered from the street in front of the gray Porsche. Police said a blood trail was located leading from the driver's door of the gray Porsche to the parking lot where Williams has been located. In the path of the blood trail, he located an AR-15 pistol chamber in .223. They was providing information that both female victims had been in the Spire nightclub in Houston and were traveling to another club. A dark vehicle was stopped in front of them, and that driver and front passenger exited the dark vehicle. The front passenger was a short black guy with a black and white bandana covering his face. This male started shooting a handgun at her and the second victim while they were still sitting in the gray Porsche. Govin retrieved a handgun from between the driver's seat and the center console and believes Govin fired the handgun. A fired 9mm casing was located just outside the driver door of the gray Porsche. So they do confirm that based on the information and the evidence that they have, that indeed Lotto Desto was able to shoot one of the suspects, which is Christian Williams, who was the first suspect that was arrested. Everybody good so far? Any questions before I keep on going? All right, cool. Like I said, I'm looking at my phone on and off, but I definitely got you. Hold on. All right. Where am I? Okay. So a police officer who was assigned to monitor Williams, which is a suspect at the hospital, said that Williams told her that he had celebrated his birthday at Spire nightclub and was riding with some females he met at the nightclub to another party. They were stopped behind a Porsche at a stoplight when he saw the occupants of the Porsche get ambushed. Williams said the suspect exited a black pickup and exchanged gunfire with the driver of the Porsche. Williams said the driver of the Porsche was standing outside the Porsche during the shooting. So I'm pretty sure that story makes no sense because reading it makes no sense, but we'll continue on. They did say that Williams later changed the story. Williams said the suspect was in a black Mercedes-Benz truck, that 4 people exited this vehicle and exchanged gunfire with the occupants of the Porsche. Williams was interviewed at the hospital. Williams told them he currently resides in Alexandria, Louisiana. Williams said that he and his friends, who he only knew as Baby 10, TG, and Scully, were at the Spire nightclub. Williams said they were all from Louisiana. Williams said when he left the club, he jumped into a car with a bunch of females he had just met. Williams said they were going to an after-hours club. Williams said they were at a red light somewhere. Williams said he saw the Porsche and saw 2 cars in front of the Porsche. Williams said one of the cars was black. Williams said, he said a lot. God dang. Williams said, hold on, what was that? Okay. Williams said one of the cars was black. Williams said he saw 3 people get out of the black car, and then all hell broke loose, meaning people started shooting. Williams said the woman in the car in front of him, meaning Govan, jumped out the car and started shooting. Williams said the guys were probably trying to rob the woman, meaning Govan. Williams said he took off running. I want to stop right there. Is that too much to say? I'm just saying. Reading it, right? I can only imagine a trained police officer, right? Homicide detective that's literally sitting there listening to that, how they was feeling, because I'm not even like none of that. And I'm just like, this makes no sense. It sounds like he was just talking too much and end up having to backpedal because he was talking too much. It just wasn't making sense. Just my opinion. But we're going to continue. Let me see. Can I switch over? I'm skimming through to make sure there's nothing else. I think I can. I don't think nothing is showing on this one. All right. So, according to Harris County Institute of Forensic Sciences, remember we pulled this up for her case originally back in November, was positively identified by fingerprints as Destiny Govan, black female. Dr. Gumpany of Harris County Institute of Forensic Science had conducted Govan's autopsy and ruled the death a homicide by perpetrating gunshot wounds to the arm and head. The police received 2 ballistic lead notifications. Does anybody know what this about to be? Yeah. For those who don't know, anytime casings, bullets, anything is at a crime scene, they're collected, they're put into a database. And do you know what that database does? It links up multiple states, almost all, I'm probably pretty sure in my opinion, all states, I'm just going to say majority of states. So if another state or another police department or whatever gets casings and they submit it, guess what? It's gonna ping it or pop up that it's already in the system. And guess what? That's what happened. Now, as y'all see on the screen, it says that one of the leads notification found that a fired 9mm casing recovered in this incident matched fired 9mm casings recovered in Alexandria, Louisiana. Case number, and then it gives the case number. The second notification was the fired 223 casing recovered in this incident match fired 223 casing recovered in Alexandria, Louisiana. Case number, and then it provides it. Now, people, remember I was just saying that story didn't make sense. It was like it was partial truth, part false. And that's how I took it just reading it. So now you got ballistic reports stating that you already told the police you are from Alexandria, Louisiana. You're saying it was random people in this car that got out shooting with the deceased, right? But now the bullets that were found at the crime scene trace back to exactly where you said you was from. Then let's not forget you already said you was here with other guys from the same place. Make it make sense. Exactly, Scam Likely. I'm just saying, if you gonna be out here doing that, like, what the world? That was crazy. Now, it goes on to say that they completed an ATF E-Trace form for the AR-15 pistol that had been recovered at the scene. Ah, shoot, I forgot about that part. So he was caught with the pistol. Whew. Here we go. Crime Stoppers tip. Crime Stopper tip naming Trevarion Warden, aka Matt 10, and Jeremiah Pat Baby J as the possible suspects in this incident. The tipster said the suspects were from Alexandria, Louisiana. So, hold on. Let me see something. Was it anything above? Matt 10, Pat Baby J. Well, look, the baby, he said one name was Baby 10. Maybe you put them together. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right. Let's keep going. So now it says here, videos from public service cameras in downtown area of Houston. They viewed the video from the public service cameras located at the corner of Travis Street and P Street. The video showed Govan exiting a parking garage on Travis Street in her gray Porsche Macan. Following Govan out of the parking lot was a black Mercedes-Benz 4-door and a gray Ram 1500. The gray Ram 1500 had chrome rims. The videos from other public service cameras showed that the route Govan had driven when leaving the downtown area. They observed that the black Mercedes-Benz 4-door and gray Ram 1500 with chrome rims continued to follow Govan out of the downtown area. And now the coordinated crime makes sense. So, just like with the BTB Savage case, Houston must be full of cameras because, like, it must be cameras everywhere. But nevertheless, she was followed from the club. Now, we're going to keep reading because I don't want to, people be like, oh, well, Mickey said. So I don't want to spark no incorrection. So I'm going to change the screen so that I can go to the next page. All right. So this is what they obtained from the surveillance video. I shouldn't even be tired. I'm sorry, y'all. Exactly, Scam Likely. So this is what was obtained from the Shell gas station video surveillance. It says that they found that the surveillance video to be 30 minutes ahead of real time. They studied the video and was able to determine that Govan was driving the gray Porsche Macan westbound in the 5500 block of Richmond Avenue and was in the far right lane of traffic. Govan was stopped at a traffic light. A dark vehicle was stopped in front of Govan's gray Porsche Macan. Pause. Didn't he tell them it was a dark truck? And Lord, hold on. I gotta go back. William said they was at a red light. He saw the Porsche. Two cars in front came. 2 cars in front of the Porsche, and one of the cars was black. And then we go down. They see on the camera a dark vehicle was stopped in front of it. While I'm continuing, do anybody think that this Christian Williams had anything to do with this shooting? Or not? Y'all let me know in the chat. I'm going to keep going and we'll come back to talk about it because... All right. So, boom, boom, boom. It says a figure on the passenger side of the dark vehicle that was stopped in front of Govan had approached. Matter of fact, I can show this. All right, where was I? Sideline approach, Govan, gray making. Flashes of light coming from the area where these two figures were standing. They see that the truck behind Govan's gray Porsche pulled out from behind her into the middle lane of traffic. The truck was gray and had the same chrome rims as were seen on the public safety cameras from downtown. They saw that the truck and the black vehicle that had been in front of Goldman's gray making sped away westbound on Richmond Avenue, and that these were the last vehicles to travel through the intersection of Richmond Avenue and Chimney Rock Road. They then saw Williams walk south across the westbound lanes of Richmond Avenue, across the median, and across eastbound lanes of Richmond into the parking lot of the shopping strip in the 5500 block of Richmond Avenue where he collapsed. So, if I'm interpreting this correctly, it sounds like Williams got left. Exactly. That's what I take from it. So, like I told y'all before, just listening to his story made me feel like he was not telling the full truth and it was partial truth and part lies. And now that the police is breaking down the surveillance footage, now I see why. Because it was half truth, half lie. Now, it's like the info, the true info so far, right? It's just digging him a deeper hole. Now, do y'all think that he partially told the truth because they left him? Do you think they thought he was just dead? Allegedly, possibly. Again, we just plain clue. We don't know. We ain't on the scene. We just reading and analyzing. But it kind of seems like he got. I wonder if they. You know what? I wonder if they're gonna actually elaborate on which car did he get out of, or did they already say? Hold on. A figure on the passenger side of a dark vehicle that was stopped in front of Govan had approached the front passenger side of Govan thing. Then a figure on the driver's side of the truck had approached the driver's side. So it was two that came on both sides. Flashes come. Oh. Y'all caught that? I'm going to read it again. But y'all let me know if y'all caught it. Ooh, okay. So a truck was stopped behind. So the truck is behind the Porsche. A figure on the passenger side of the dark vehicle that was stopped in front of Govan approached the passenger side. So they got out. on their side and went to the side of her car on the same side. Then a figure on the driver's side of the truck. Now, they don't say it was the driver or the passenger, but on the driver's side, got out, came to the driver's side of Govan's car. Flashes come from both figures. So at this point, whoever got out of that um truck, right? The truck is in front. The truck, no, the dark car. The dark car. They came out to the side, flashed. So both of them shooting per this, right? That's crazy. Then okay, so then the truck that was behind her pulled out from behind her into the middle lane of traffic. Hmm. True scene. Do y'all think these two cars? Now, mind you, they said both cars left from the same club. Do y'all think these two cars are connected to each other? Because I wonder what was the purpose of the second car. Let's just say they are connected. What was the purpose of the second car? Because if the as a barrier. Because if you got a car behind you, you got a car in front of you, where are you gonna go? Mm, that's crazy. That's wild. All right, we're gonna keep going. Like I said, I be trying just to interpretate the words just from a regular standpoint. If y'all have a different theory into what we're reading, feel free to share it. If y'all have questions, feel free to put it in the chat. But I'm glancing. If y'all don't say nothing, I'll just keep going. Because like I said, we're still just on the complaint. We're not even into the actual search warrants yet. Not sure if it's going to be any different info on the search warrant, but we're going to see when we get there. All right, so here we go. So they do have photos they pulled from the plate readers on Richmond Avenue, just west of Chimney Rock Road from September 24th from 2:32 a.m. to 2:35 a.m. Identified the suspect vehicle as a Ram 1500 with Texas license plate and a dark vehicle with Texas license plate. Hmm. Hmm. I wonder. I wonder if the tags were stolen. Let me see what Mark said. Damn, Mickey, you chopping up your conversation, making it hard to understand. What you mean chopping it up? Like I know I got some new people, and I know it takes a minute. Trust me. Ask anybody who's been around since takeoff. So I get you. But what I do is I have to understand it too. You get what I'm saying? So like I'm speaking out loud as to interpretate what I'm reading. Um, so yeah, like I said, I'm thinking through it just like y'all probably thinking through it. But my content videos might be better for you too. Just FYI for those who more so just want to get the summary of it. I do content videos because, like I said, I learned so much from the takeoff case where a lot of people just be wanting to get the info. So I apologize, but I'll drop a content video because by then I'll know the summary of what to provide to y'all. So, but welcome. I haven't seen you before, so welcome. All right, let's keep going. So they ran both license plates. Let me see. I might can. Yeah, I can share this. So they ran both license plates. They found that the 2018 black Mercedes-Benz E30 had been captured by license plate readers in Louisiana. What's up, Tony? On September 4th. They also said that's southwest out of Louisiana to Interstate 10 near Lake Charles, Louisiana. The black Mercedes-Benz E30 had also been captured on license plate readers in Baton Rouge, Louisiana on September 10th, 2022. It then go on to say between the 27th and the 30th of September, the police was in contact with Sergeant Beeman of the Alexandria Police Department, and he told that their agency was conducting a murder case and had developed Trayvon maybe Warden and Jeremiah Smith as possible suspects. So Jeremiah Smith is the second suspect that's arrested already. That's in Harris County Jail. At this point, he is a possible suspect in a murder case in Alexandria. If that makes sense, yeah. They remember that the Crime Stopper tip he had received had the same two names. They asked if the AR-15 pistol that had been recovered was a purple color. The sergeant said that the AR-15 pistol that had been recovered was purple. He said that he had a photo of the defendant, Pat Baby J, holding a purple AR-15 pistol. They provided the photos of Trayvon Warden and the defendant. They learned that the defendant had been arrested and booked in Rapids Parish Sheriff's Department Jail. He had listed his home address as such. See, it'd be those parts. How they snuck that address in there. So hold on. All right. If you just joined, make sure you sharing the live, comment, like it, all that good stuff. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. Now, it then say here that the firearms trace summary report for the ATL for the AR-15 pistol, they found that the pistol had been purchased in Louisiana with someone's name with the same address the defendant had listed as his home address when he was arrested. So what I take from that is that his people bought the gun that he used allegedly in this crime, possibly. Now, they further said they studied the surveillance video from the family downtown YMCA, located at 808 P Street, saw a black Mercedes-Benz four-door and a gray Ram 1500 with chrome rims had parked in the family downtown YMCA parking garage. Noted that two is, I guess H is Hispanic, H/M, so Hispanic males, and one B/M black male had exited the gray Ram 1500 with chrome rims, and that the four BMs had exited the black Mercedes-Benz. They identified the following people from the Ram 1500 with chrome rims. Jesus, how many people is that? 1, 2, 3. All right, hold up. Oh, it was already on screen. My bad. All right, so this is what we have. The Ram 1500 with chrome rims, which was the truck behind Lotto Desto car. You have driver, a Hispanic male, Augusto Ballard, or something like that. Front passenger, a Hispanic male, no name. Rear passenger, Christian Williams, black male. So he was in a Ram 1500 truck that was behind the car. The following people was in a black Mercedes-Benz four-door, which was in front of Lotto Desto car. And Jordan James, black male. Front passenger, no name, black male. Left rear passenger, defendant Jeremiah Smith. Right rear passenger, Trayvon Warden, black male. A booking photo of the defendant from Rapids Parish Sheriff's Office. Compare the defendant's booking photo to the person seen in the Telespin family downtown YMCA parking garage surveillance video that had exited the left rear passenger seat of the black Mercedes four-door and found him to be the same person. The booking photo is attached as Exhibit A. These males had walked to the Spire nightclub located at 1720 Main Street. After the males had gone to the the Spire nightclub, Goldman had parked her gray Porsche Macan in the same parking garage. Govan, Hughes, and several other people who had arrived at the parking garage in separate vehicles walked to the Spire nightclub. Mm. Mm. All right, so after the club closed for the night, Ballard, the unidentified Hispanic male, Williams, James, and the unidentified black male, Warden, and Smith returned to the parking garage, Lauder in front of their parked vehicles, saw that when these males observed Govan walking from the Spire nightclub towards the parking garage, they started entering the gray around 1500 with chrome rims and a black Mercedes-Benz four-door. Prior to getting into the vehicle, Smith and Williams removed the item from the trunk of the black Mercedes-Benz four-door. Smith got into the back seat of the black Mercedes-Benz four-door behind the driver. Williams got into the back seat of the Ram 1500 with chrome rims. God dang. God dang it. That's something. All right, let's continue. Right, downtown must be rough, Tony Snow in Houston. All right, let me skim through it says too much in here. All right, so Govan exited the parking garage in her gray Porsche, the black Mercedes Benz. The Ram 1500 followed her. They did go, so the police went to Louisiana to interview the person who purchased the gun, who had the same address as one of the suspects. During that interview, it was said that the purchase of the AR-15, I ain't gonna say that probably that long. Nevertheless, it was purchased for a relative, and that see, all right. I don't, like I said, it's public record. Y'all can pull it. So let me just give a summary of what it's saying. So basically, the person who purchased the AR-15 that is allegedly used in this case was purchasing it for a male in their family, and then the male in the family, which is the defendant, the Jeremiah guy, ex-girlfriend, reported the AR-15 stolen. During this interview, Jeremiah's phone number or phone numbers are provided. And yeah. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much what it says. Now, who the hell is Smith? Heath Smith. All right, hold on. Okay, so here we go. Somehow, okay, so the two suspects, Smith, which is the one that just got arrested, and then Williams is the other one. So the person who got the gun purchased for them is Smith, the one who originally got arrested. a relative of Smith is hold on. Lord Jesus. Mickey. Hold on. That confuses me a little bit. All right. That's right. I got it. They got the same last name. Okay, that's what was tripping me out. Okay, never mind. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is how it is. So, like I said, Jeremiah Smith, okay, got the gun purchased for him by one of his relatives. That relative then informed the police that that gun had been reported stolen by Smith's ex-girlfriend. And then the relative continued to say, well, these are the phone numbers for Smith and for Williams. So both suspects, the one that was arrested back in September and the one that was arrested in April, phone numbers were provided. Bam. That's the summary. Because I was like, what in the world? So yeah, that's the summary. Now, it then says here that according to the police report in Alexandria, that the ex-girlfriend also reported that her vehicle had been broken into on September 23rd, 2022, and that a Taurus 9mm semi-automatic pistol and the AR-15 had been stolen, and said that it wasn't reported until the 27th. So it was after the murder of Lotto Desto when the actual report was placed. However, per what was the statement, it would have been stolen prior to the murder, if it's true or not. Now, they do interview the ex-girlfriend about the stolen firearms, and during that interview, it was said the AR-15 was in her vehicle because she and the defendant was in process of moving. It then says the theft actually occurred at the end of August 2022, but she did not make a police report until September 27th, 2022, after the defendant had asked her about the AR-15. So they requested subpoenas for the phone numbers that were provided. After they got it, the subscriber information for the phone number confirmed that it was the defendant's phone number and had been active as of August 2nd, 2022, and was currently still active. They obtained a warrant for the defendant's call records. After receiving the records, they reviewed and found that the defendant had been in the Houston area on September 24th, 2022. They also found that on September 24th, 2022 at 2:35 a.m., the defendant had made a phone call to Williams, who is the original suspect that got locked up. And the defendant's phone records indicate he had been around Hillcroft Avenue and Richmond Avenue, which was approximately 1.5 miles from where Govan had been murdered. Christian Williams, the co-defendant, is charged with murder in the 176th District Court, which we knew. And this is the picture that's actually connected to the file. Right there. And that's the end of the complaint. That's crazy. Hold on, y'all. Somebody for text. So far, just reviewing that, it does kind of make you wonder exactly what the issue was with. It doesn't seem like it was random. I'm just gonna be honest. It doesn't seem like it was random. It doesn't seem like it was a robbery. Based off how they're describing the cameras is showing. That's just my opinion. But let's get into the search. All right, so I'm gonna skim through it because this is the actual search warrant for the telephone. Let me see if it breaks down exactly what they found. We already read that. We read that. We know that. Know that. All right. Trying to see if it says anything new that we haven't read in the other one. That we did that. That's the testimony. All right, so this is the timeline. All right, boom. I don't think that's saying nothing. Okay. All right. What to do, Arthur, man? Sitting here going through the paperwork for a lot of cash, Desto. Let's see. I thought I just had a notification. All right. So here is the breakdown of dates. So I got it on there. Got my copyright up. Yep. All right. So August 11, 2022, search warrant to download contents of Williams' iPhone. Presented the search warrant. It got signed off on January 21st, 2023. They ran Warden in the Harris County District Attorney's Office website and found he had been arrested on November 3rd, 2022. For felony in possession of a weapon and felony evading arrest under HPD incident number. Reviewed the report and found when arrested, Warden had been in possession of a Apple iPhone. Said Warren phone number and provides the phone number. So they're getting the details of Warren phone number for November 2022. Then it says on January 6, 2023, it says, God dang it. Hold on. All right. 2023. Okay. Bam. We already talked about that. February 2nd, they requested the subpoenas. We know that. All right. February 11, 2023, they received information from Track Phone for one of the phone numbers and found that the phone had been purchased at Walmart. Oh my Lord, not Walmart. At Walmart in Louisiana, found that the serial number was blank and the phone had been activated on August 13, 2022 and deactivated November 13, 2022. February 13, 2023, they received the subscriber information for the other phone number and found that it was subscribed to Jeremiah Smith with the address in Louisiana. Found that the active date was August 2nd. It was still currently active. On February 23rd, 2023, right, that's what I was thinking too, a track phone. They received downloaded content from Williams' Apple iPhone, reviewed the content, and found Williams' cell phone number to be, and then provides the phone number. Then they ran the phone number through the source website, and that the provider phone number was the provider phone number of blank was Verizon and had been since January 1st, 2004. I know this better not be one of y'all. Send me a message on live. Hold on. Let me see. I don't know. Thought it was one, yeah. Cause y'all know y'all love to send something in the middle of the line. All right. Here we go. Now here is what they're gonna. This is their basis. Okay. This is how what they feel is what happened. I'm gonna read this as verbatim as possible. I'm not gonna put it on the screen because I just got doggone came up on something that was shown. Excuse me, y'all. That was shown that I didn't catch, so I'm just not gonna put up on the screen. For those who are new to the channel, I always do content videos afterwards and provide a summary for those who really don't care about the underlying full story. So I got y'all, but we about to get into it. So the police believes the occupants of two vehicles were involved in Govan's death. Based on this belief, on the videos obtained from the public safety cameras located in downtown Houston that showed a black Mercedes four-door and a gray Ram 1500 with chrome rims following Govan from the Spire nightclub out of the downtown area. Based on this belief, on surveillance videos from businesses near 5500 block of Richmond Avenue that show a dark four-door in front of Govan's Porsche and a gray pickup with distinctive rims behind Govan's Porsche at the time of shooting. The suspect followed Govan from the Spire nightclub to 5500 Richmond Avenue. Based on the investigation, the parties left the YMCA garage and lightly traveled down Richmond Avenue as it took about 40 minutes to reach that location. Believes the suspects communicated with each other while following Govan from downtown Houston because the attack appeared to be well coordinated. The passengers quickly exited both vehicles, the Mercedes and Dodge Ram, at the same time with firearms and began firing at the complainant. Bojangles, what it do? It then goes on to say that through training, along with common everyday use of cell phones, so that's the most what they always say. They just goes in to say like, why is this important? You know, we use it. Da, da, da. All right, so then it goes on to say the reason why they need the subscriber information for this warrant is that they believe Christian Williams was one of 6 males involved in a targeted attack on complainant Govan. Based on the circumstances and recovery of Williams' phone on the shooting scene, they believe that Christian Williams was in possession of his cellular phone with the phone number the night of the murder. They also believe that this detailed call report. Yo, Arthur, are you for real? Hold on. Arthur, ugh. I don't think so though. They're from Louisiana. They're not even from. I don't know though. Now you got me scratching my head. Jeez. Um. Dang, leave it to Arthur to throw me off. You said that's true. Hold on, pause. Now y'all got me about to look this up. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Okay, y'all, pause from the paperwork real quick because leave it to my truth team people to put out information like that. And I know those who listening like, what? Hold on. Arthur, if you reaching with this one, how though? Like how would that? How would that be possible though? I don't even see how that. Like how? Tony Snow, talk up. Like how? I have not heard none of that. So why did you think that? Just because the last names or what? Cause now you got me scratching my doggone head, but they're not even from the same place. Yeah, my bad. So if y'all not familiar with the fellas in the chat, those are some of my original Truth Team people that love to cause ruckus in the chat and throw me off. But they had a good kind of observation, but I ain't gonna say it out loud because I gotta look into it, but I don't think so. Like what? Like I don't think so though. Cause how would that? But is it? So they didn't say nothing more. Cause like I get the last name, but oh, that's okay. I'll look into it. That would be crazy though, but that threw me off. All right. So that really got my mind over here. Like, what the world? God dang, Bo. I miss Bo. Shout out to Bo, man. Bo is the home team conspiracy theorist. But you know what, Bo? I ain't gonna cap. You know what? So what we just went through, the breakdown of the paperwork so far, I mean, it does imply that definitely it was I hate to say it. It definitely seems like it was premeditated. I would boy saying this is gonna be crazy. I do feel like it was definitely a ordered hit. Um, but the reason why now I'm not gonna tie in Young Dolph case because I went over that earlier just because her dad is on that case. Now, so far we have not mentioned like haven't saw anything that mentioned that, but based off and let me just do a summary real quick. Based on what the police timeline and reporting is that the guys in two cars waited outside in the parking lot after the club for Lotto Cash Desto and the person with her to come out, get in the car, pull off. Both cars went and followed her from a cordon for about 40 minutes. One car went in the front, which was the Mercedes. The pickup truck stayed in the back. According to what it read, that two suspects got out of the front of the car in the front, opened fire on both sides of the car. Then the truck that was behind pulled around and they left off. Now, based off of how they put the people in the order of the car, Christian Williams, which was the guy that got shot and left on scene, would have been in the pickup truck. So, how or why he was the one that got out the pickup truck, I'm not sure. Then, now that I'm thinking about it, so Lotto Cash Desto had a 9mm, plus one of the shooters had a 9mm. So, was it even one of his own people that shot him, or was it really Lotto Cash Desto? Then, not only that, I'm gonna look back. So when I do a content video, I'll make sure I have clarity on this. But how did he end up with the AR-15 if the AR-15 was in the Mercedes and he was supposed to be in the Ram truck? Unless at some point he switched out. Interesting. So it then goes to say that the phone records will definitely help to identify who he was communicating with near the time, which will lead to the identification of the 5 co-conspirators and help establish the extent of Christian Williams' relationship with those individuals. These records may also lead to identifying an individual with knowledge of the events currently unknown to law enforcement. That's that for this one. Huh? Arthur, what is you talking about? Her daddy is locked up because of her. How is he locked up because of her? Arthur, you gonna have to explain that. Like, how is he locked up because of her? Y'all gonna make me drop the link, cause what? And then Arthur don't never come up, so he gonna be in the chat. He ain't gonna never come up. So Arthur, I'm not following you up because how is he locked up because of her when Young Dolph, the murder case he's even in jail on was in November 2021. She was killed in September 2022. Bo, you see, ain't nothing changed over here, Bo. Ain't nothing changed. Arthur still wreaking havoc with his conspiracies from left field. Shout out to Arthur, though. All right, let me go to the next one. Let me see what's in this one. So it's three of them. It's three search warrants for the phones. Because remember I told y'all the relative provided 2 phone numbers for one, and then definitely and then one for the other suspect. So I'm just reading through. You know, all this stuff is a lot of redundancy. It might be, but I don't know about all of what Arthur is saying for sure. Yeah, they're still saying that Christian Williams was in the rear. So, I'm still missing how Christian Williams, which is the original suspect that got locked up, who got shot, why was he out in the car if the 2 guys from the car in front got out shooting? Like, what was his? That's probably why they left him. He probably was supposed to get out. You lying to me, Arthur. Stop playing. Arthur. Man, I ain't fooling with Arthur, man. He gonna have me. That dog on Arthur. All right. Shout out to Arthur, man. Like I told y'all, he's a Truth Team conspiracy theorist. He's up there with Bo when it comes to the conspiracies, okay? When I got proof, I don't know how long you'll take evidence. Yeah. All right, so so let me ask y'all this. To my conspiracy chat members. Can anybody tell me the connection to Louisiana? See, that's the part that kind of got me like, these guys are not from Memphis, right? They're from Louisiana. What's the connection? I'm talking about so far all these guys are from Louisiana. Now I will say I thought it was odd because I was like, dang, how like was he living in there? I don't know, Bo. If you remember when we did that brief segment on that live, and I was like, it is strange. Or was we on Skull? I don't even remember. But anyway, and I was like, it is strange. I think it was on Skull. And I said it was strange that he was from Louisiana. All right. You know what? I'll indulge for a minute. I'll indulge. So Arthur says, who y'all think told on her father? I don't know. Would you like to tell us? Now, you know what? Hold on. Pause on play. All right, I'm back. I'm about to do something in a minute. That doggone Arthur. Okay, so if I'm gonna run with this, Arthur. So Arthur says Hurricane Katrina is the connection to Houston, Texas, and Louisiana. So does Sko know about these far-fetched allegations you're doing? Cause hold on. Okay, so if Hurricane Katrina is a connection from Louisiana to Houston, where Memphis come in at? If you want to piggyback it to Young Dog, where Memphis come in at? Come on, conspiracies. I need to if we're gonna tie this in, well, where does Memphis come in at? Now, I understand that Lotta Cass Desto and her dad are originally from Memphis. I get that part, right? I don't. How did he end up in Texas? That part I don't know, but I know she came with music. How did they end up in Texas? I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying to follow y'all. But okay, so let me ask this. Okay, so these are younger guys, which I mean that's really not a big thing, right? But what I'm saying is, let me drop the link because y'all not about to have me being the only one up here talking about this. Oh, I'm gonna drop the link, y'all. No cussing. Y'all know I'm trying to make sure I monetize right. No cussing. All right, Mickey gonna play into it to y'all conspiracies one time. Please be ready to doggone elaborate on this, okay? This doggone Arthur. Really, Arthur.
Yo,
Bah, what it do?
yo, I don't have headphones on though, so if it's bad, I don't know. You might hear people.
It's cool. It's cool. So you know now you've been
Oh shit!
rocking
Hold on,
out
wait
for
up.
a long time. You know conspiracy because I can't wrap my head around it. But y'all intrigue me. I ain't gonna lie. It's intriguing. Now that I'm able to read the paperwork and see that it's a orchestrated plot for sure. But I'm missing the connection, right? The Louisiana connection. Where does that come from? And Arthur hit the link. I tell you, he don't never come up now. He'll be in the chat stirring it up though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just hopped in here. I just hopped up here.
All right.
I just know her dad, her dad had a connection to Yo Gotti camp because he was like friends with his brother or something like that.
So
It's all just like family gang type connections. I'm pretty sure.
and Sko going live too about it. And if for those who don't know, you remember Sko when I first got brought on to Sko channel. Remember the interview? Matter of fact, the night that I was on Sko for the first time, he announced the interview with Hernandez Govan. I forgot the nickname. He got a nickname, and I ain't knew who he was. And then the next week, he got arrested for the Dolph case. So, this is the thing too, Bo. And let me verify this. Let me look back. We done been reading. We done went through 30 pages already. I want to say were they at the club first?
Yeah, I don't remember. I read that story a while ago,
I'm trying to.
and it was more from the Dolph angle because I was trying to figure out how it's all connected.
Right. Arthur made me sick. Okay.
He says all this shit and then he won't even get in here and talk and
He
back
does it
it
all
up.
the time. Ain't nothing changed from the takeoff case. That's Arthur. Nothing changed. It'd be crazy when we
That's all
talking
right. Don't
about.
change, Arthur. We love you. We love you like you are,
Okay.
bro.
I done got used to him, but it's like I ain't going front. You know, I done kind of got used to ignoring him and Loud Pet when they do their conspiracy. But a little bit was kind of like, huh? I don't know. Like, let me see. So hold on, let me see. Did they say
Yo, how would that even work? What he's talking about? Like, if they access a cell phone for a different case, can they use any data they get in there for another case, or does
they
it
can
have to be in
subpoena
this?
it? But see, so far her number ain't popped up in nothing. Now I'm pretty sure they might like bury that if that is the connection. Like just like that. But I never heard of that. I wish I was on regular YouTube live because me and Sko could have went live together. Um, well, I know that part, Arthur, because Sko done said that part. I'm trying to see something. Hold on, let me go back real quick to what it said. Jesus, y'all got my mind like what? Believe that. I could have sworn I read like what was they doing before? Dang it, what page was it? Because I can't recall. Was they at the club prior to her coming to the club, or that's the part I'm looking for? So hold on. Mm, 30 minutes in real time. Okay, that's the murder itself. Okay, hold up. All right, let's see. All right, I'm looking. I'm trying to
Who owns the club she was at?
Spire, Spire. I'm not sure. Here go Tony Snow with his asking for a friend. You know Tony Snow started his own little situation. He a YouTuber now, Bo.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
What's your content?
Anything he can probably still say. I'm still looking, y'all. I'm trying to find it.
Zach Truesdale owns Spire,
That name for sure don't sound familiar.
unless they don't own it no more.
If y'all hear my grandbaby, she's sick and she's just a holler. All right, so I'm gonna read this part again. Hold on. They have walked to the. Evelyn had gone into the
Yo,
club.
Arthur, nobody.
Okay, here we go. All right, listen. This
Sorry.
this is where I must. Now my mind is really. Bo, you know what this about to be for me? You know when something intrigued me, I'm gonna go all in trying to figure it out. But okay, let me share this.
I was just gonna tell Arthur they don't need us. They don't need a material witness to be able to collect evidence on of a crime. They could have investigated other witnesses, or also had like a non-direct snitch, like an informant that just got them closer to the information. Or they could have put together gang ties and already been investigating like their gang activity and fell on this, and then put the case together, or fell on evidence that linked them to this case. It doesn't mean they had to get it from her phone.
Yeah, and so far
There's
they
more.
haven't said that. And
Yeah, there's
see,
more ways to do
Arthur
police work than
always come in
snitches.
late. I had him put that disclaimer out there.
That's all I'm trying to say. Not that it's not possible what he's saying, but
All right, hold on. Let me put my disclaimer up again. I don't think that Arthur. I'm not fooling with you. Arthur is. All right, so I can go ahead and say this real quick. So Arthur wants to know if Christian Isaiah Williams is actually kin to Ivory Williams, who is the accused murderer in the Snooty Wild case. I'm gonna go with I don't believe so because Ivory Williams, and y'all know we done did extensive research on that. Is from Houston. Like Christian Williams is from Louisiana. So I'm gonna go with no on that. Like I said, I don't know. Y'all know anything different, definitely do that. But let me point this out. This is where my wheels are turning because if y'all look where it say officiant.
One thing I just found with a quick Google search of Ivory Duke Williams, his real name is Lee Preston Porter III. So.
No, Lee Preston is on Snooty Wild.
Oh, okay, that's what they're talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. I can't read. Sorry.
All right, so hold on, y'all. Okay, so it says that on the surveillance video that these males had walked to the Spire nightclub located at 1720 Main Street, saw that after the males had gone to the club, Govan parked her gray Porsche Macon. So they were in the club before her. That's like, dude. Okay, let me just put out this narrative. What if something just happened in the club? And that's what caused this.
Yeah, I mean, why would they be in the club before her? Why would they go in the club at all?
Right. Now,
They're
because then
just
it
there to
says,
like follow her after the club.
right, then it says after the club closed, they were lingering in the parking lot. They saw Goldman walking from the club towards her car, whatever. They got into their vehicles, and that's when they followed her. So it's kind of like, why would they already like? Let me see if I can find her social media real quick.
I mean, she takes pictures with money and does dumb shit all the time.
But did she announce she was going to that club? Cause like I'm missing that. That's the connection I'm missing. How do they know for one to even be in there prior to her being there? You know what I'm saying? Like inside the club. No, I understand, Arthur, that it's not that far. What I'm saying is the connection, right? I mean, I haven't even heard of her dad connection to Louisiana. Like I get it's close, but it's just like you reaching with that one a little bit, unless you got a little more to go with it. But being that they went in the club first, that's the part that I'm kind of like, if you really, for example, if we just think about the BTV Savage case, they literally was scoping him out, sitting in spots for hours and hours, watching him, stuff like that. So I don't know, Bo. You get where I'm coming from? Like I'm missing that. That like, why would they go in the club prior to her, then wait on her afterwards, and then do that? Unless
Well, I
something
mean,
happened
if she
in the
did announce
club.
that she was going to be there, they could have had that plan the whole time and just went to the club and been there already. But then their plan would have been dumb. That would have been more of a plan to like rob her. I feel like if you're going to be that lax about it compared to like a hit. If you're going to do like a hit, why would you want to be seen in the club and all this shit?
Right now, how they broke down that video in words, they literally got out. So when they left the when they left the parking garage, they got the guns allegedly out the trunk and put up in the car with them. Followed her at the light, jumped out, bam. Like it wasn't, like let me like Tashion type thing. It was yeah. So I don't even think she posted. Nah, she posted the day before. Mm. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. Cause it's just like,
Tony, was he out then when that happened? Because then he get arrested?
well, she got killed September 2022. I think.
Yeah.
When did he get locked? I know he was. Hold on. No. Tony Snow, bring your tail up here because then straight drop. Wasn't he hit by somebody else, by a guy that ended up getting picked up?
Yeah, that's true. I remember hearing that too.
Well, y'all, if y'all new to the channel, look, welcome. Y'all literally have just entered an unexpected version of Research Club. We ain't did this in a long time, but y'all remember on lives we just used to. Oh, I think the most epic one was Duke the Jeweler. Well, we literally throw out stuff on the case and look it up and kind of in real time, so y'all are witnessing greatness. Okay, we are literally sitting here because y'all know a lot of channels will be drawing the connection between Lotto Cat's Desto case and Young Dog.
Yeah, Straight Drop was put into custody January 12th, 2022. So that would have been way before Lotto Cash Desto's murder. Unless you're saying she was accused of hiding him previously, so some get back for that. But it
But
wouldn't have
who, like,
been
where
at
is
the
this
same
coming
time.
from?
What?
Like, hold on. They don't have a Fed case. Hold up. That's a state case. Okay. We gon' let me see. Let me see what I can come up with.
Yeah,
All
it
right.
said it
So,
said it said Straight Drop went on the run in Indiana. Someone was hiding him in Indiana.
oh yeah, that wasn't. And I believe wasn't. I think Lotta Cash Desto was on tour or something too. I don't even
Well,
think she was like
this
stationed
happened
there.
not too long after she just got signed with Lil Uzi Vert.
Right. Yeah.
So she could have been starting a tour with with his company at that point.
I mean, I
Because they're
don't
trying to
like.
make really trash music and videos.
So this is my thing, right? Um, this is why I'm kind of like I don't know about the connection because think about it, the Young Dolph situation, right? He literally travels, right, all the time, multiple states, multiple places. They, meaning allegedly, Hernandez Govan, right, who was living in Texas, I believe at the time, was involved in this plot allegedly, but it was with people from his old neighborhood in Memphis that are all charged with the murder of Young Dolph, right? So it's kind of like if this is in connection, why did they reach out to Louisiana to send 6+ people to Texas to kill a lot of cats? Desto? Then at that time, it wasn't
Because
even.
there's too much heat on them for all the Dolph shit going on, so they had to reach out to somebody else to do it.
But why not kill him instead of her?
I don't know. That's a good. I mean, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good point.
Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. I will say, y'all have definitely piqued my interest for sure. Okay, cause I'm just over here like, what? Interesting. God dang it! Didn't I save it? So I'm trying to see something. It's gonna take me a minute. Cause obviously, I didn't save it. I don't know why I didn't. I'm trying to pull up some paperwork. Interesting. I don't know, y'all. Like I said, according to the paperwork, how they break it down is definitely, without a doubt, um, it was. I would say it was definitely a premeditated shooting. However, right, it doesn't per se say it was premeditated like prior to that night, but at least premeditated um
Yeah, it wasn't like
in that
a
moment at that
altercation where
club.
somebody got shot. They followed her and robbed and killed her.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, it's still plausible that something happened in the club possibly because it does say she was there with multiple people.
Or she was
Um,
just a target of a robbery or some other local shit or whatever.
Now see, I don't think it's gonna be robbery though, because if that's the case, they would have got her as soon as she got to her car type thing. In my mind, right?
Yeah, why follow her that far? Why? Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Let me see. Are they gonna let me in it? Yeah. See, that's the part that's kind of got me like. But Arthur, now I'm just gonna be honest. We already know that part because Sko has said it. Because Sko was a part of that Clover G stuff and all that. So I mean, yeah, but you and then he got the laughing emoji. Man, I ain't got time.
I don't know. Nowadays, most people don't even confess to the motive, so we never even find out.
Exactly.
It's like if it's in a club setting and they knew she was gonna be there and stuff, it could be as simple as they took too many beans that night and made a fucking dumb choice and then just didn't know what their plan was all the way and ended up killing her.
Yeah, now I tell you this though, how they describe it, they actually, I mean, the plan was definitely to kill her. Now, but they are not spreading it out like it was to kill her because of something prior to anything that could have took
So they
place
didn't
in
actually
that
take
moment.
anything. They didn't rob her for anything.
Nah, they said as soon as they jumped out at the same time, they opened fire immediately.
Wow.
Yeah. 20.
Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't add up to me. Like, if you know where they're gonna be and your real intention is just to hit them, why are you gonna go hang out where they're at and all this shit and
Right, and see, that's
like
what got me
all this
too, because I'm
evidence like
like,
against you? Like you gotta be real fucking retarded. Like what? You know what I mean? That's to me like I'm following your logic a little more. There's like something happened
yeah, because like, why
that
would they
night.
go in the club if they're waiting for somebody?
Right. You could just pick them off at wherever you needed to.
Why don't I see his case in here? Shelby County is Memphis, right? Nah, Arthur. I haven't even heard that link at all. Arthur wanted to be monetized. I'm not going down that rabbit hole with y'all, but I don't see that being on link. She wasn't even signed to them or nothing. You see this?
Yeah.
And you know Lil Mob Ties in the chat now. Don't get him started. All right, y'all. So what I'm doing, I'm actually trying to look up the case, but I don't see it. Hernandez Colvin. I don't see it. Yeah, all these are not it. That's interesting. That case is still a state case, right? It's not a Fed case, I don't believe. Hmm. All right. I was trying to follow y'all with it, but I can't connect the dots with
Who
just
was under
these.
21? Who was under 21?
Who?
What's Arthur saying? I'm old. I'm 37.
The suspects, one was born in 1998. He's definitely older than 21. Christian Williams was born in 1998. He would be what,
25.
24? I think he would be 24 or around that time. Don't give me the line.
24 or 5.
Huh?
24 or 5, depending on when his birthday
Yeah.
was.
And then the other guy, let me look him up real quick. What's his last name? Smith.
What's Arthur's point anyways? They're stupid or something? So.
Ain't no telling with Arthur. I ain't gonna. You saw I was trying to follow him, and then he went left, and I had to just let him do him. Because now the second suspect, the one that got the murder in Louisiana, also he's 19. God, but you know what? I forgot Louisiana for sure. They shooters be young. I learned that when we was looking at the Boosie cases. So yeah, they be young.
I mean, that's kind of the structure of the criminal world. Get the jits to do the crimes for you because they can't take as many charges.
Right. Because even I did an interview. Well, I was part of the interviewing team for On-Site Dita, who is from Louisiana, and I had told him, I said, "Dang, you a criminal body catcher," but he ain't never got charged with murder. Like actually, like did like convicted or nothing. But he done got locked up for a couple bodies.
Yeah, it depends. It depends on how you do it. You can still get off. It's almost easier to get off in metropolitan areas because there's so many people, so evidence gets contaminated easily.
Right.
So if
Justin
you catch
Johnson.
somebody in public or whatever, it's a lot. It's a lot easier to get away with.
Let me see. I'm trying to see if we can find some paperwork because, like I said, on the case so far on Lotto Desto, they have not put out any connection with anything outside of that club that night.
Yeah, I don't think there's any actual connection to the Dolph thing yet. That's why I was like wondering if you figured that out. But I don't
No,
think
but
that there is.
it'll be so many options in a minute.
Yeah, I figured that's what you meant, Arthur. That makes sense. But I guess I'm not. I was never wild enough to commit a murder in the first place. So,
So let's
like,
start with
I'm
that.
already smart enough to not even fucking try to take those chances.
Let me see.
I mean, with technology and shit since the 2000s, it's a lot harder to get away with crime.
They don't got no available paperwork.
And 9/11, how they did all the information sharing, that really stopped a lot of crimes that were easy. Like fake IDs, fraud, made all that way harder.
Yeah, Dolph, let me see what Dolph got killed November 17. So, yeah. They got theft of property. They stole something from Dolph? I didn't know that. So if y'all wondering what I'm looking at this. Justin Johnson is straight drop. One of the guys that's in jail for the murder of Young Dolph. And I was just seeing if there's any paperwork that we can look at, but they don't have any. See, you can't click on none of them, unfortunately. While we on here, because I didn't really cover the Dolph case, y'all, but I mean we're here, so let me see. He just got report dates. Just mean like they're just gonna like do a quick hearing type thing.
Oh, that's all those links were up top was just to the court dates. Those weren't like actual documents.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it won't let you click it. Ugh, they need to do that.
Yeah, Arthur, you're right. I do understand the culture over there a lot more for making music and shit. I get it. I tried to help people out of that mentality as much as I could, but I do understand it from that perspective more than you probably think I do.
And
but I'm just saying, if they were like, my point was more like if they were supposed to be actual hitters, wouldn't they have been better at this?
Yeah, see, that's the whole thing. Like
that's my point. Not that kids aren't stupid.
Until I was following it until the part about
dude, that car that they killed Dolphin. Sorry to interrupt you, but the car that killed Dolphin was used in multiple fucking murders. It was like a hit. It was like a hitter car.
But it was already. But see, the guns too. That's another thing. The guns in this case was used in multiple.
Same thing.
Murders.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see.
Yeah, that car was just already like a stolen car being used in crimes. You know how easy it is to steal a Kia, right?
You remember when we was working the Snooty Wow and we got that picture and I was like, is that the same car?
Bro, I could teach you guys how to fully do fraud with credit cards now.
Yo, no, you did not just say that on a live.
I didn't say I would. That'd be illegal.
Oh my God. Now you know people be watching me. They're gonna say, oh, they over there doing
fraud. If I did, there would be a disclaimer not to use this information illegally, just for education only.
Oh, y'all, I mean, I know y'all wanted to hear that connection, but I beat the apple to try to find.
As I say, I don't think there is one yet. That's why I would have been surprised to see if there was one all of a sudden.
Yeah, no, and
I mean there might be. It might come out, but I don't. If we don't know, because if they know, we don't know because they're still building the case.
Yeah, because like I said, it's multiple. Oh, let me continue looking. See, Y'all threw me off. Hold on. Oh, are they gonna break down what they found in the phone?
It's just like everybody wants to believe that off rip just because what her dad said. Like he felt like it was
Right.
probably his fault that she got killed. It could have been get back for anything that he did in the streets. That comment could have been in reference to anything. But that's just like the obvious first connection people are gonna make. Oh, it's got to be with Dolph because this is the craziest shit he did. So they killed his daughter, which is definitely
Exactly.
plausible. But there's no actual evidence to connect those dots yet.
Hold on, I'm reading.
Yeah, Tony. I'm learning how to like hack Foley right now. The rest of that shit I was just talking about is just all the dark web.
So they definitely got the data off the phone, but they're not releasing the details. It just said the additional data was collected
Off of what phone?
off of the suspect's phones. Oh well, this is Christian Williams' phone.
Oh, everybody that got arrested in connection to the Dolph case.
Oh no. I'm on Lotto Desto.
Oh, on Desto again. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not really diverse in the dog case because I haven't never really. I've done updates, you know what I'm saying, but I have never like read anything on it.
That case is still getting built, so it's just something you kind of gonna have to wait for. I don't know if you're gonna figure that mess out on your own because this is gang shit. So it's not like it's all.
Oh yeah, and it's like one of those things that's like. To be honest, it hasn't piqued my interest. You get what I'm saying? Because so many people that's connected to people on that scene done it, and it's like, okay.
Well, that's just it. Like
Kind
we've
of
got
like the
enough of the
Chicago
story
thing.
that it's like almost complete, just like connecting all the dots. So we just gotta wait for it. So what else is there? You know what I mean? Like obviously, Gotti's probably connected to his death somehow. Obviously, all that shit's probably true. There's a lot of drama going on in Memphis. There's a lot of beef between those camps. Obviously, it's all connected somehow, but we're not gonna know. We're not. I mean, these are also drug affiliated organizations, or I mean, not drug gang affiliated organizations. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. But yeah, it's like, with Duke the Jeweler, it was a mystique with it. You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of interested in it. And yeah, but I will say this though, and y'all about to hear right here, right now, I am working on something on the Mo 3 case. I will say that much. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, and like even if you want to relate it to the Takeoff case, that's different too because he wasn't in all that gang shit. His life wasn't. It was secret for a different reason, but it wasn't like the situation was different. Like, and it was a lot more.
With the
so we had
Takeoff
that
case,
information for the most part.
It wasn't a why it happened type thing because, like, obviously,
Exactly.
it was just
it was it was a who done it, who actually did it,
right? And see, these other cases is not because a lot of these cases have suspects. It's more so the why. But with this, y'all, I mean, the paperwork. That's just what we got. That's it. All of them are redundant. I just scrolled through. For those new people that's not used to, not Arthur. Who said somebody paid somebody?
I just was letting that one go. I've lost again too.
But we touched on
He
it.
must
But
got confused when I was talking about Dolph. You know what I mean?
Oh, the Dolph, yeah.
That's what I'm assuming.
It's crazy because I remember the day it happened as far as like seeing everything breaking online and all that.
Bro, I know. And I was like, at the cookie store?
Okay. And it was just like when the Takeoff thing, I still remember when that
Can't even let the homie get a cookie, bro.
So, but yeah, y'all, that is definitely what it is with the paper. But my new people pulling up, I'll drop a content video of a summary. I ain't gonna lie, it won't be tonight, but it will be in the next few days. So to summarize what we know based off the paperwork is that it is 2 suspects arrested, possibly 4 suspects still remaining that will be arrested. A couple of them have been named in the paperwork. We know that they were in the club prior to Lotta Cash Desto arriving. She arrived with a passenger and met with a couple other people that went into the club. After the club, the fellas that's in 2 different cars, a Mercedes and a Ram 1500, basically laundered around Once they saw her coming, they got into their cars. Prior to getting into the cars, they pulled what appears to be weapons, per what the police are saying, out of the trunks and put them into the car. The very first suspect who was arrested back in September, who was shot, Christian Williams, got into the truck that was behind Lotto Desto. The other suspect that just was arrested on the 21st, Jemiah Smith, got into the black Mercedes that was in front of Lotto Desto. According to the paperwork, it then says that at a stoplight, black Mercedes in front of Lotto Desto, round 1500 behind Lotto Desto, two males from the black Mercedes got out from both sides of the car, opened fire on both sides of Lotto Desto car. It is not clear where Williams or why Williams got out the truck. Nevertheless, he was shot. He then stumbled across from the shooting once the cars left into a shopping center. Now, a question that we have is, why did they leave Williams? Like, that part is still unclear. How did he get left? Nevertheless, he got left. He was found collapsed with a gunshot wound to the abdomen. It is said a lot of class Desto died from gunshot wounds to the head and to the arm.
Wasn't her girlfriend with her too, and she didn't get shot?
See, I wasn't even trying to say all that, but a female was with her, and she was shot in the leg.
Oh, she did get shot?
Yes. So that is the summary. No connections in paperwork as of yet to link back to the Young Dolph case or the connection of her dad to the Young Dolph case. And that's pretty much the summary of the paperwork. And
well,
yeah,
I will tell you this. I will tell you this, Arthur. If there is 6 people total, the way the criminal system seems to work now is they get a lot of their conviction rates based off flipping somebody in that group. So if there's 6 of them, they got a way higher odds of somebody wanting a reduced sentence for an involvement in this part and actually spilling some details. So
well, I will say this for those who wasn't here at the beginning. It's definitely Williams, who was the first suspect, told a 50-50 story, meaning 50% true, 50% false. So the true statements that he did say, they was able to match them up to the videos. According to the paperwork, they have a lot of footage from cameras. So let me see how many suspects they done named so far. Let me see. So far they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the suspects named. 2 are unidentified as of, when was this thing? March 22nd, 2023. So they're looking for one. They are young. So Williams, the first suspect that was arrested, is the oldest. He was born in 98. Everybody else was born, well, Warden was born in 2000. And everybody else is 2002, 2003. So somebody 18, because 2000, no, 19. It'll be 19. So a 19-year-old, a 19-year-old, a 20-year-old, 24 and 22-year-old. They're still young.
Yeah, Arthur, that's a good question. It sounds like some clowns. Like, why would he have even gotten out of the vehicle, too?
Yeah, see, that's what I said earlier. Like, that part I don't get.
The other question I have, too, is if they followed her 45 minutes, how fucked up are you? You don't notice a car, 2 vehicles following you for 45 minutes. I would notice within 5.
Unless they stay, I don't know. That's true.
I would notice within blocks, bro. I'm always looking over my shoulder.
Well, me too. I'm paranoid like that. So
yeah, dude, I'm sketchy like that for real. I'm just like, okay. Yeah. I mean, I call it rather. Some people call it paranoid. I call it rather be safe than sorry, you know. But
exactly. Well, y'all, that's what I have. What I do want to do, I do want to go to Skull Live, to be honest, because he has, for one, he's been following the Dolph case. For 2, he has connections to
at least 3, he's got a whole bunch more Arthurs over there. So who knows what kind of crazy shit they're gonna come up with?
A lot, and so y'all, what I want everybody to do is go over to Skulls Live. I'm going to end my live, and I'm going over to Skulls Live, because I want to get the inside scoop. I hit him up earlier. Like I told y'all at the beginning, he did look to a lot of cats Desto as a niece due to the relationship with her dad back in the day. So let's go check it out. Everybody go over the stove. Put your magnifying glasses in the chat. And I'm going to end on that. And content videos coming soon. Shout out to Bo for pulling up. He's been busy with school. It feels good to have you on.
Bro, it's killing me. I just happened to be taking a small break on YouTube and saw you live. So I was like, I got to hop in.
Hey, shout out to Bo, man. All right,
I'm
y'all,
getting
let's
there,
go
though.
over there. I'm going to go ahead and end out. Bo, you coming over or you got to go?
Nah, I gotta get back to it.
All right, appreciate you. Hey, shout out to you, man. Do your
For sure.
thing. Because y'all just don't know. Bo working on some good stuff. And we'll be talking about it soon. But y'all, I'm going to go ahead and end. See y'all on Skull Channel.
All right, peace, y'all.
It don't want me to end.